Hi beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Hannah. Thank you for being here. Today's video is going to be yet another BOXYCHARM unboxing video. This one is for the month of May. I do have both the regular and the premium box here. I'm going to be unboxing both of them and using the products that I can on my face, and we'll go through the prices and the total of the boxes. And if you guys want to sign up yourself, I will leave a link down below in the description box. Without further ado, do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already. Click the little bell so you get notified when I upload a brand new video. Like this video if you enjoy it and leave me a comment down below. Let's go ahead and get started. Okay, I'm going to be opening up the base box first, so it's this little one. So this is what it looks like when I open it up. I'm going to quickly go through everything in it. So the first thing in it is this Wander Beauty Wanderous Dusk to Dawn Blush and Highlighter Palette. Next is the Hourglass Vanish Flash Highlighting Stick. The number 7, it's like an English laundry fragrance. It's like a perfume, I think. The Beauty Creations Cali Chic Palette. And lastly, the Blink Black Lash Primer. So this box did not come with like a card like it usually does where it lays out like the prices of everything. So I can't really add up the MSRP for it if I don't know the value of the stuff. I'm thinking maybe they're sending it to like my email and doing like a virtual card like they've done once before. I'm sorry, I don't know the prices for this stuff, but usually the box is like over $100 value, so I'm sure it's close to something like that. Okay, next we're gonna open up the premium box, which is this big one. So this is what it looks like when I open it. This one doesn't have a card in it either, so I think maybe they're doing both of them virtually. I don't know. If I get the card to my email before I post this video, I'll leave the prices for everything in the description box so you guys know how much everything was and what it adds up to be. So the first thing I see is this Skin & Co. Truffle Therapy Reconstructing Truffle Eye Contour Concentrate. So it's like an eye cream. Next is this Pure Heals by Nature Village. It's a Centella 90 ampule. It relieves irritations of sensitive skin and strengthens the skin barrier. So you use it after cleansing the skin. It says to apply a moderate amount after toner. We'll test that out and see if I like it. Next is this Sugar Rush Tarte Best Bud Lip Butter Balm. Then we have a Kat Von D 24 Hour Super Brow Longwear Pomade, which this is not Kat Von D anymore. It's like KVD Beauty now, because she doesn't own it anymore or something like that. And this pomade is in the shade medium brown, so it should be able to work perfect for my brows because that's like what shade I usually use and everything else. Ooh, the packaging is so cute. Okay, next is this Milk Makeup Glow Oil Lip and Cheek. I don't know if that's like the shade, but it says Glimmer on the top, so... Okay, this is what it looks like. It's so itty bitty. It's so tiny and cute. So we'll try that out. I don't really know what you do. It says a sheer blush and lip stain packed with hydrating rice bran oil with a shimmering wash of color. So I guess it's like a cream blush maybe, but it can also be used as like a lip stain. I don't really know how that's gonna work. It says it's a lip and cheek stain, but I don't want my cheeks to be stained. So I don't know. Next is the Too Faced Natural Matte Eyeshadow Palette. That's what it looks like. Let's take it out and look at the colors. And we'll look at the colors that's in that other palette that we got as well. So this is what it looks like. And then this is what the palette looks like. These are the colors. It's really, really pretty. This is like a neutral everyday palette. Ooh. Oh my god, it smells so good. It smells like vanilla. But this is like a neutral everyday palette. This could be like an easy like wedding makeup palette or like a traveling makeup palette if you're doing just a natural look every single day. That would be like perfect. So let's look at this Cali Chic palette and see what the colors are like in it. So the colors in this are very like sunset vibes. So there is most of them are kind of like neutral colors. Like even though these are like orangey, like undertone, red undertone, they're still like neutrals to me. So I feel like we could maybe use some shades out of both of these and kind of make a look out of it just so that I can use as much out of these boxes as I can. But this is really, really pretty. I've never heard of this brand, but it'll be cool to try it out and see if I like it. Okay, so I went ahead and opened everything up so we can kind of get started. I did want to let you guys know I sprayed this, and I think the scent is so good. It smells like really, really nice. It's not going to be for everyone though, I can already tell, because it's got like a very distinct smell. Like, it reminds me of something, but I don't know what it is. But it's like fresh, but it's also kind of like an older scent. Like, it smells like a woman's perfume. I really like it. So this smells really good. I'm gonna try some of this eye concentrate just to, I don't know, just to kind of test out like the consistency and everything like that. I won't obviously be able to tell much result from first application, but I can keep you guys updated if you want to know how it works. So it feels really good on the under eye. It feels really hydrating, and it doesn't feel like oily or greasy or anything. It's a semi-thin consistency. I'm very like kind of picky about like my under eye creams, because I don't want them to be too thin, but I don't want them to be too thick to where I can feel it under my eyes. I like it to be kind of like a good in between, so that I can feel like it's really hydrating and really working into the under eye, but I don't want it to feel like it just dissipates into nothing and it's not doing anything for me. So I do like that. I'll try and keep using it. This brand is a really good brand, Skin & Co. They have a couple other things that I've tried, and I think one of the other things I've tried is in this like same line where it's like truffle therapy, and it worked really well. I think it was like a night cream or something like that. Okay, it says you're supposed to use this after cleansing and toning your skin, which obviously I would be doing that at night. So I don't want to use this right now. I do kind of want to like see what the consistency is and the smell. So I'm just going to drop some on my hand. So it's really thick, I can already tell, but it thins out when you put it on. I thought it was going to be like oily, but it's not. It feels really thin on the skin, but it also feels really hydrating. I really like that. It smells a little bit like tea tree oil, which I hate tea tree oil. I don't know why. I've just always hated like the smell of it, but it's not like super overpowering, so I would definitely use it. So yeah, I like that. I like how it feels. It thinned out and it doesn't feel like sticky or anything. It just feels really nice. Like, you can't even see that it's like on there or anything. So I'm gonna try and use that tonight after I cleanse. Okay, for right now, I'm going to go ahead and do some of my base off of camera, since we don't really have any base products. We do have the lip and cheek stain and the Hourglass highlighting stick, which I will probably do before I powder. So I'm just going to do my foundation and concealer and then come back so we can try those two products. Okay, I went ahead and did my foundation and concealer, and I did just set under my eyes so that they wouldn't crease. So we're going to go ahead and try some of these products out. I did want to mention, by the way, I am wearing a BOXYCHARM shirt. I got this shirt from the last Boxy pop-up that they did, and they are having another one soon. So if you guys want to get like a shirt or like super good makeup items for like 50 to like 80% off, they do like these crazy percentages off of these makeup products. You need to go on their website and see when the next Boxy pop-up is. I don't know the dates for it, but I know there's another one coming up, and get some stuff. Definitely take advantage of it, because it's such a good deal that they do for all of the makeup items. Okay, so I'm gonna try the Milk lip and cheek stain. There was like a little cap on it that I took off. So this is what it looks like. It feels like weird. The consistency is so weird, but it's like the consistency of a stain. So I'm gonna try it on my lips. It feels super weird. It feels kind of like oily, but it's not like super, super bad. It just feels weird, and the shimmer in it, I don't like at all. And it's not very pigmented either, but then again, it's like a really light shade, so I don't know. Maybe it's not supposed to be super pigmented. It does feel, it says it's a glow oil, so that might be why it feels kind of greasy to me, but I don't know. I'm not a big fan of that. I definitely do not want to put this on my face because it says oil, and that's just going to break apart my foundation. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do that. I think it's more for like the lips anyways, because I don't know why, unless you're doing like no makeup, then you might put that on your face, because then it really doesn't matter. But if you're wearing foundation, then I wouldn't put that on your face, because it's just going to break apart your foundation if it's super oily, which it feels really oily to me. So I'm going to try the Hourglass highlight stick. So I just opened it and it came broken. It came like this.
Yikes.
I don't know what happened. It's like on the inside of the cap. So I don't know what happened with that. That's really weird. Kind of off-putting. But I'm just going to take a brush, I guess, and put this on. Okay, that's not working very well. I'm just going to go in with my finger and like tap it out. I already don't love this because of the shade of it. It's a little bit too light for my skin, so you kind of like see a cast. It's not bad, but it's just not great for my skin tone. And it looks kind of, I don't know, it might be my foundation, how it's laying on top of my foundation, but it's not very like smooth. It's kind of like really emphasizing my texture. And honestly, it's not even like that blinding or anything, so it wouldn't really be worth it to me. Okay, so I'm not a big fan of this. I don't think I would be ever reaching for this. The only time that I might consider reusing this is if I'm like not wearing makeup one day and I just want a little glow. I don't know if I would reach for that. It's just like a little bit too light for me, and it just doesn't layer well on top of like foundation. So maybe it's for like if you're not wearing any makeup, I don't really know. But not a big fan of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and set my face and bronze, and then I'll be back and we'll jump into the rest of the products. Okay, while we're baking a little bit, I'm gonna go ahead and use the Kat Von D or KVD Beauty Brow Pomade. So it's really, really creamy. I dipped my brush in and it was like super, super creamy, which I really like. I don't really like stiff pomades, but then again, now that I've opened this, once I start using it a little bit more and expose it to like the air more, it's probably gonna harden up, so it won't be as creamy once I start using it some more. So I'm just going in with a Morphe M158 and I'm just gonna run this through my brow. Oh, this is super pigmented, holy crap. So I'm gonna get some of the excess off on the back of my hand, and I'm just gonna work off the back of my hand just so that I do not run too much color through my brows. So far I already like this. It's really pigmented and it's running through the brows really nicely. I don't typically use pomades that much anymore like I used to, just because I feel like they're not as natural looking as when you use like a pencil or even like a powder. I used to use a pomade and a powder when I was in high school, but my brows would end up looking so unnatural and so dark. So then I switched over to pencils and I ended up just always using that more because it looks so much more natural. But I don't know, I'm kind of liking the way this pomade looks. It's really, really nice. Okay, the brows are filled. I forgot how prominent your eyebrows look when you use a pomade. My brows look so dark. It's not like bad or anything, but it just looks like much darker than I usually go. I don't mind the way it looks, it's just different because I'm used to them not being as filled in since I usually use a pencil. I'm gonna go ahead and go in with the Wander Beauty Wondrous Dusk to Dawn palette, and it's the blush and highlight palette. This is what it looks like. It did have the plastic protector in it. I'm gonna go in with my Morphe E4 brush like I always do for blush, and I'm just gonna mix both of them because they're both really pretty. It's Tuscan Sunrise and Havana Nights, which are both of these. I'm just gonna mix them. They do have shimmer in them, so we'll see how that is. I usually don't like shimmer in my blushes because it usually emphasizes like texture. Okay, so that blush isn't bad. It's pretty, and the shimmer is like not prominent at all. I like it, I just use a little bit too much. So I'm gonna go in with the highlight now. I'm just going to go in with my Luxie 560 like I always highlight with. I really like this because it's like a good color for my skin tone. So this is what it looks like. It's not too blinding, but it's also not too subtle, so I really, really, really like this. It's so pretty. And that's something that I would grab for. So I like that. And it's so easy because it's got like the blush and highlight. So you can like travel with it. It's super compact. So let's go ahead and start with some eyeshadow. So we've got both of these palettes here. So I want to use both of them. So they kind of have similar-ish colors in them. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of Laguna, this shade right here, just to start off. And I'm just going to start by putting that in the outer corner and then the very end of the lash line right here. I typically start with my deep color first most of the time, and then I blend that out with my lighter colors and work that way, as opposed to doing it the opposite way like most people do, where they end the eyeshadow look by deepening it up. Sometimes I do it that way, but most of the time I start with the darker color. I don't know why, it's just like I like to make my shape first and then kind of build everything up after that. Okay, now I'm going to blend that shade out just a little bit. I'm going to take a Lavish tapered blending brush. I think I'm going to go in with a little bit of this Au Naturel color right here, and then also with a little bit of this Marina color right there. Okay, now I think I'm going to take this Heaven shade in the Too Faced palette, and I'm just going to pack that right there on the inner portion of the eye to do like kind of like a matte eye, and then I'll brighten the inner corner with a metallic shade. But lately I've been really liking a matte eye look. I don't know why, but I think I'm going to do it just because this Heaven shade is very pigmented. Ellie. So I'm taking that packed onto an M224. Okay, so I just realized while I was looking at this palette that there's not really anything in here that's like a lighter metallic. Like all of these are too dark to brighten the inner corner with. So I think what I'm going to do is just brighten the inner corner a little bit with this Heaven shade that I'm already wearing on the lid, and then mix a little bit of nude golds right here. And then I think what I'll do is take a little bit of this tan line shade right here and then run some of that under the lash line. Just right here on the middle and like the inner part of it. Okay, now I'm going to take Risky Biz right here, and I'm gonna take this Lunar Beauty brush. I'm gonna take this end. It's already got like a dark color on it, so just disregard that. And I'm just gonna take a little bit of this and kind of line the lash line with it. Okay, I'm gonna throw some coconut liner in the waterline. Okay, I curled my lashes. Now I'm gonna try this Blink Black Lash Primer. I really like this wand because it's really like grasping a hold of my lashes really well, which I really like. It says it's a lash primer, but I don't get what it means by like lash primer because it looks just like regular mascara to me. I mean, this would work as literally like regular mascara, but it's like lengthening the lashes really well. It's separating them. Yeah, I like this brush because it's helping me like not get it on my eyeshadow, which is super important. Okay, I'm gonna let this lash primer dry for a few seconds and then put mascara over it, even though it looks perfectly fine without mascara. I'm just gonna put mascara over it to see if I see a difference. It worked really well for the lower lashes because let me show you guys what the brush looks like so you understand what I'm talking about. So this is what the brush looks like, and the way that it's shaped, you see it's like thin right there, and then when you turn it, that's where it's big. So you can go like use it like that by turning it like that to get your lashes. And for the bottom, it's like super easy because it's so thin, so you can just kind of go like that with it. It worked really well. So I really like that a lot. I've never heard of this brand, so it's really interesting to me. I'll probably be looking into that brand a little bit more and seeing what they're all about. But while this primer is drying a little bit, the lash primer, I'm going to use some of this Best Bud lip balm. It smells really good. My lips have been really dry lately, so I've really been using a lot of lip balm lately. My lips are naturally dry, so I know they're going to get like dry anyways, but when I apply the lip balm, it helps like to kind of hydrate them a little bit more so that they don't dry out as quickly. So I really have been like loving like stuff like this, especially like small stuff that I can just throw in my purse and bring with me to work and things like that. So this is pretty much dry, so I'm just going to go in with the mascara on top of it. Didn't have to use a lot of mascara because this is already like literally almost like a mascara, but this is what my lashes look like, so you guys can see. It like lengthened them a lot, I feel like, and it separated them so well. I really like that. So I think that is it for all of the products. We pretty much use everything. The only thing that we weren't able to really use was the ampule. I think that's how you say it. Am I saying it wrong? I think that's how you say it. I don't know. But that was like the only thing that we weren't really able to use. So let me give you guys a quick rundown. So very quickly, the things that I liked was pretty much everything. So these palettes are really nice. Both of them perform really well. This Beauty Creations palette, I've never heard of the brand, but it was beautiful. It blended out really well. The colors were nice and pigmented, and these metallic shades are really nice and soft, and they're really shiny. So I really like that. The Too Faced palette is an all matte palette. That's why it's called Natural Matte. So I like that because I've been into like an all matte look lately, and it's really, really practical. And these colors are like more down my alley because they have like the little like reddish undertone, purple undertone, which I really like using on like a daily basis. This little perfume thing smelled really good. The Truffle Therapy eye cream felt really, really nice under my eyes. I will keep you guys updated on if I like that, if you want to know how it works like over a period of time, because with skincare items you don't ever really know if you're gonna like it until you use it, you know, more than a few times. I usually give myself like about 2 weeks or sometimes a month, depending on what the item is, to decide if I really like something for my skin, because that gives me enough time to figure out if it's doing anything for me dramatically or if it breaks out my skin, things like that. I will let you guys know how this works, but again, it did feel really good when I used it on my hand first application wise. The brow pomade was really, really nice. My brows look really good. And one thing that I did like about this that I wanted to mention was I didn't use a brow gel like I usually do, because this kind of stuck down my brows pretty well. Like obviously it's not going to work the same as if you're doing a brow pomade and then putting a gel over it, but I felt like my brows were staying in place really well with this, so I didn't have to use a brow gel. So really like that. Really pigmented, really creamy. The Milk Makeup little stick, the lip and cheek stain, wasn't a big fan of. I probably won't be reaching for that again. This lip balm is really nice. It's just like a regular lip balm. There's nothing really special about it. And then this Hourglass highlighting stick I am not a big fan of, especially because it came broken and it looked like it had been used. I don't really know what the deal is with that, but I probably will not be grabbing for this again. Hourglass is a good brand and I like other stuff from them, but this just was not it for me. And then the Wander Beauty Wanderous Dusk to Dawn palette with the 2 blushes and the highlight. Really, really pretty. I would be grabbing for this again. And I think that is it. So that's kind of a quick rundown on what I thought of the products. For the most part, I really, really loved everything. The fact that I got this many products and I only disliked like 2 really is saying a lot. So it was definitely worth the money in the long run anyways, because I like most of the products. I always like most of the products. There's only ever 1 or 2 that I really, really don't like. And most of the time, honestly, it is stuff like that I don't like lip stuff. Most of the time, those are the things that I don't really grab for. I stick to my like 2 or 3 basic lip products all the time, so I'm very picky on that stuff. In the future, I think with these boxes, if there's stuff like that in them that I know I probably won't use, instead of testing them out on camera, I probably will just throw them in my box that I have in the corner that I get stuff ready for a giveaway in the future. So in my next video, I'll probably start going ahead and doing that so that I'm not wasting products and just having them sit in my drawer knowing that I'm not going to use them but someone else could. So that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed watching. If you guys want to sign up for BOXYCHARM, I will leave a link in the description for you. The products are always great and I rarely ever have problems. The only downside is that I wish I got the box sooner, but I'm sure we all wish that. Do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are not already. Click the little bell next to the subscribe button so that you get notified every time I upload a brand new video. Like this video if you enjoy it. Leave me a comment down below. Follow my socials. They are just at HannahB_beauty with 2 Y's. And I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, beauties. This month I stop. You know I don't like when you do that. Go. English laundry. No. I'm filming. Play with your daughter. A metallic shade and just more down my eye. See you guys in the next one. Ah, damn it.